Today we'll begin with a new chapter, that is chapter 40, Dead Wood Grows into Tree by Guru's Grace. This chapter describes the miracle of fresh leaf sprouting out of a piece of dead wood and the cure of leprosy of a Brahmin by name Narahari by the grace of Guru Nath. Guru Nath gives the illustration of the forest couple and narrates how their steadfast faith was rewarded. Very good morning. Jai Shri Krishna Guru. Thank you for joining Shri Guru Charitra Satsang. Wishing you all a very happy Friday. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Saraswataya Namaha, Om Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Guru Charitra Satsang. Shri Siddha Muni continued his narrative to Namdarak. Guru Nath was the reliever of all ills. He was Bhagavan Dhanavantri. Dhanavantri is the god of all, he's the god of the medical science. There lived a Brahmin named Narahari Sharma who was suffering from leprosy. He came to Sri Narasimha Saraswati to pray to him to be relieved of the dreadful disease. He related to him how the disease had made him a virtual outcast and what misery it had brought on him. He said he was disgusted with life and had decided to end his life. But hoping that Guru Nath might save him, he had come to visit him. Guru Nath was like a mother to all. The Brahmin's plight moved him with pity. Absolutely yes. Guru Nath is mother to all. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Krishna Ma. What does it mean? A Guru Ma. A Guru is a mother to all. When you get initiated on the path of spirituality, you become the Guru Putra or Guru Putri, which means you become the son and the daughter of your Guru. Your bodily, worldly parents are just there. See, they have given birth to this body. But a real mother is your Guru Ma. But apart from just being your Guru Ma, he's a mother to everybody. He's a mother to this entire creation. So everybody comes to take refuge unto this lotus feet of this greatest mother on this universe, on this planet Earth. The Brahmin's plight was moved him with pity. Shri Narasimha Saraswati told the Brahmin that he had committed many sins in his former lives. See, one of the most important things that you need to understand, whatever the sufferings might you be going through, whether it is your illness, whether it is your difficulties in your job, in your personal life or at your professional life, or even it could be anything, whatever that you are suffering, whatever the pain that you think you might be going through is only because of your previous birth's karma, that is his former life sins. Whatever the sins that you might have committed in your previous births, which you might not know, which you don't have an understanding or knowledge about, and that is the only reason why you're suffering. You have taken this human birth to expiate those sins. The only way is to take refuge and surrender unto the lotus feet of your Gurudev. All your grievances will be redressed. That is who the Guru is. He's a very compassionate mother. This morning my Guruji gave me a very beautiful lesson. And in that he says, what is the real meaning of mother? He says a mother is one who forgives. His children are going to make n number of mistakes. You know why a Guru is considered the greatest mother on this planet Earth or this entire universe is because of his compassionate nature. He's benevolent, he's loving, he's kind, he's forgiving, he's caring. He cares about everybody's well-being. He doesn't have any desires for himself, but he fulfills every desire of his every child in this universe. Whoever comes to him doesn't go empty-handed. Please remember, such is the greatest quality of this Guru, the real master. He's an ocean of compassion. In earlier previous two chapters, in that we described a guru's love to be that of 1,000 mothers. Why is it said 1,000 mothers? Even that is just a way to explain. You cannot measure the love he has. His love is immeasurable. You cannot even comprehend it. It's an Athang Sagar. You can't compare a material worldly mother's love to a guru's love, because the Guru Ma is a very, very profound word by itself. It is not understood till you don't experience, and many a time you can't even experience, because what the Guru Ma does for you is not even known to you. See, one of the true examples I can give you, many a time the Guru Ma does lot of things for you, but you don't see that because you practically can't experience that. He's taking care of your sins. He's absolved you of those sins. Whatever the suffering that you might be going through is only 10%. Please remember this, underline this sentence. It is only 10%. 90% of the sins is being suffered by this Guru Ma. Can you tell me, any mother in this world, can she do this for her own child? No, there is no mother. And on the contrary, the bodily, worldly mother believes that it is the son or daughter's duty to take care of their parents. That is how they look at it. They expect the children to take care, but whereas this Guru Mother doesn't expect anything from his children. All he expects is that they attain their spiritual will, they achieve whatever they desire in this world, and he's ever waiting. He's always there to bestow his grace. He fulfills everybody's desire. That is the greatness of this Guru Ma, which we don't understand. He's never going to tell you, I am suffering for your karmas. He's never going to say that. He does it in such a way that you don't even know. But what we think? We think some God has been very kind to us. Some God has bestowed upon us. That is what we think. And you have the audacity to say all sorts of things to him. Please remember, anybody saying one word against my Krishna Guruji or one word against my Guruji, I will not tolerate. I am saying this in the satsang, as per the Guru Charitra. Though it is mentioned, my Guruji will say, you are not allowed to say anything to anybody, but I will not tolerate, because that is the greatness of my Guruji. I know what he does for every human being on this planet Earth. Those who come to him and those who don't even come to him. That is his greatness. I love him very dearly. He is my life. He is everything to me. My everything of everything. I revere him, because what he does, no parent on this planet Earth can do for you, for their own children. Even if they are being born out of their own body, they cannot do it. On the contrary, they expect the children to take care of them. I heard somebody recently telling that, what, I have educated my son right from at the age of 4. I have put him in I have put him in a hostel so that I could keep him away from bad companies. I have taken care. I want him to go and do a job today. And on the contrary, my son is not even interested in doing a job. He thinks he wants to be independent and do something out of his life. What is this parent telling? The parent is telling the subtle nuances. I have invested in my child so that tomorrow my son can repay back to me. This is exactly what the parent is talking about. But what I didn't understand, the father is caring about the son's well-being. He wants his son to achieve some great things. No, the parent is very selfish. The father is very selfish. What is he telling is, I have invested in you. I need the return on investment. Today, this is how the world thinks about. I was living in this blind, covered with ignorance completely. My eyes were covered with ignorance until my Guruji actually removed the veil of that ignorance. My pink color glasses broke about what this world is all about. See, it is important to do duty towards your parents. Nobody is saying, my Guruji has never taught us that we should not take care of our parents, this bodily parents, or whoever your parents they might be. He has always said, no matter what they do, you should, as a daughter, son, as a children to your parents, you should be the best to them. You have to take care, whatever that is. But don't become a doormat. Don't succumb to any pressures from from the parents or this relationships in your material world and lose yourself in that. He's saying, do anything with detachment. See, we are nobody to say that I take care of my parents. No, we are no one. We cannot say that we are taking care of our parents. Please remember, God is the one who has made you an instrument to serve them. So it is not nice to say that I am doing it. See, the most important lesson which we learn in spirituality is nishkama karma, doing selfless action. We have to just do and forget about it. We cannot keep claiming, oh, I did it, I am the one who's taking care. No, when you say that, whatever you have done is already gone, and then you have already incurred this karma, which means in next life, you have to be the parent, and your parent has to be the child of yours to repay back to you. Why do you want that? You don't need that bondage. So I was a little aghast at the world, how the world looks at life itself. I was completely, I didn't have any words to express. I didn't know how to even react. There's no reaction. I was a little shocked. See, this is the material worldly imperfections, which is what the guru removes of your eyes. We are made into thinking that is the right thing. But when you really understand what they are speaking, learn to understand what exactly are they trying to tell you, then you will realize that as parents, they feel that they have given birth to you, they have cared you, they have taken care of you, they have spent you for the education, everything. And once you are old enough, then you take up a job, it is your duty now to return back all the favors. So in the material world, everything is nothing but a mere transaction. Where is anything selflessly done? Even as a parents, even as a child, you're expecting, they are also expecting. Everybody is in it for a reason. It's like a transaction. But in the world of spirituality, there is no transaction. This guru mother doesn't expect anything from you. On the contrary, he's bestowing, he's open, his arms is wide open, he's always ever loving, he's open to everybody, he receives everyone, he gives selflessly, he doesn't hold on to any knowledge for anyone. But please remember, there is one very important thing that you have to pass to get his grace, and that knowledge, which is spiritual deservability, is what he evaluates. Because to receive this truth knowledge, you need to be absolute, a very divine being. Goodness have to be, your soul has to be pure, you have to be a pure being from inside. If that is not there, then you don't fit the bill of spirituality. Yeah, you can follow him like a sadhak, like everybody in the material world seeks some some god or something which is connected to godliness. That is all you can be there. But beyond that, you can't get anything. Or you just have to just follow the righteous path, which the God has prescribed as per the Vedas and Shastras. Beyond that, you can't attain spirituality. Spirituality is not for anyone and everyone. It is especially not there for the weak-hearted people, or for somebody who has ulterior motivation or hidden agenda, where you want to make spiritual into a commercialization and sell it in the world. There is a return on investment. Please remember, even in spirituality, people go into this so that they can make money in the name of God. That is the world we are into today. We are into Kali Yuga. Our goodness, godliness, love, everything has gone out of the window. And it was amazing for me. It was a shocker because I experienced this truth in real time. I didn't know what to say. I was completely I was completely lost of words. Nothing came out of my mouth. I don't know what to say. I just kept quiet. I said, what is the world we are living in? It was very disgusting for me. Why should we live in such a world where everybody is only thinking return on investment? I need to get my son to do a good job in a corporate, go and take up a corporate job so that he can give us that money we have spent on him. So where is the love? Where is the real love that you talk about? Where is the motherly love or fatherly love? It's all transactional. Please remember, the one who loves you selflessly and is always ever caring, the one is the God alone, the truth. Your Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. I'm talking about the real gurus, not some fake and ordinary people. Here, Narasimha Saraswati is that guru. He is Lord Dattatreya himself. He is compassionate being. And what is he saying? He's ever there to take care of everyone. His compassion. He's completely. He understands that material worldly people are completely ignorant. So his grace is ever flowing on them. He's very loving. He's very kind. He he feels their pain. He understands what they are going through. Only because he knows these people are ignorant being, so he ensures there is no calamity that befalls. He tries to redress them from the grievances that they have, removes all that afflictions from their life to whatever extent possible. Please remember, prarabdha karma cannot be changed, it can only be cushioned. You will have to suffer for your prarabdha karma. So don't keep blaming God. Don't say, why is my life like this? Please remember, if you have the company of the holy, the sages and the saints, especially the guru, the real masters, you are blessed. And that is the greatest boon that anyone can have in this day and age. So be very grateful about your life and use that opportunity to spiritually evolve, to evolve on the spiritual path. And number two is redeem as much as possible all your karmas by performing self in a nishkama karma, by performing selfless actions and learning from the guru how to be detached, how to be dispassionate, and how to discriminate in the world. Because without the guru's grace you can attain none of this. So seek that, your life will be worth living. So coming back, he related to him how the disease had made him a virtual outcast and what misery it had brought on him. He said he was disgusted with life and had decided to end his life. But hoping that Guru Nath might save him, he had come to visit him. Guru Nath was like a mother to all. The Brahmin's plight moved him with pity. Sri Narasimha Saraswati told the Brahmin that he had committed many sins in his former lives, and his ailment in this life was the result of those past sins. However, he said he would be relieved of the disease and should follow his Guru Nath instructions. What is he saying? The Guru is willing to remove your afflictions, but on one condition: you will have to follow the Guru Nath's instructions. You cannot go and do whatever you feel like it. See, there are certain do's and don'ts when you meet the Guru, and this is what people do not understand. And because you don't understand and you give in to your mind's self-conceit and disease, you cause more suffering for the Guru. Whereas on one side he's helping you, he's actually being very gracious on you by removing your sins. He's trying to absolve of your karmas, and on the contrary, you don't want to follow the instructions he's laying down. What should you do and what you should not do, and you just want to ensure that you will want to do exactly what your mind wants to do. That is wrong. You cannot do something like that. And here it is very clearly mentioned. He said he would be relieved of the disease and should follow Guru Nath's instructions. So following the Guru's instruction is extremely important. And if you don't follow, what happens? Destiny comes to play. And when the destiny takes over, the Guru also cannot change the destiny because you have not listened to the instructions of your Guru. Please remember, this is very important, especially for those who have the Guru in their life. That goes for you, me, and anybody who's having a Guru in their life. And if you don't listen, then you are going to suffer the repercussions of not listening to the instructions of your Guru. And you will make your Guru suffer even more than ever before. At this juncture, a man came over there carrying audumber branches, which was almost dead and dry. The branches had been cut about 5 years ago. Guru Nath took that wood from the man and gave it to the Brahmin. He told the Brahmin to go to the Bhima Amraja Sangam and plant it on the bank there. He should then take a bath and offer worship to it. He should have a second dip in the water, fill his tumbler with water, and water the planted audumber wood. He should water it thrice every day. The wood would sprout and put forth fresh leaves in the course of time. No sooner than the wood put forth leaves, he would be rid of his disease and would become completely well. The Brahmin started on as per the above instructions with implicit devotion and faith in the Guru Nath's words. What is our first thought to this? How is a dead wood going to sprout? Isn't that the first thing that the mind will throw the doubt? How is this wood, which is almost cut 5 years ago, and now it is going to sprout? Please remember, it is the power of your Guru's words that the plant will be alive. He can bring the dead back to life. Please remember, that is who he is. And don't ever use your bloody mind, I'm sorry for my language, don't use your stupid mind to question and doubt your Guru Nath, because he's not some ordinary human being. He's the Parabrahma. He's the Karma Phala Data, dispenser of the fruits of your karma, dispenser of the results of your action. That is who he is. So what makes you think the Guru cannot change anything in this world? His word makes that event, that thing, that object come into existence. That is the power of the Guru, the Charitra, the nature. He is a very profound being. What is Guru Charitra talking about? Why are we doing these lessons time and again? Every chapter repeats the same thing over and over and over again, a million, billion, zillion times. Why? So that we understand the nature of this master and learn to listen and obey his ordain, and do exactly what we have been instructed to do, and not use our mind and ruin not only our life but also lives of the people around us. So it is important to understand this true nature of this Guru, and how does the human mind and human nature also act along with that, so that you don't commit those mistakes in your life in real time. And most important, here the Guru has said that you have to do this every day, which means you have to water the wood every single day, morning, afternoon and evening, 3 times, whatever the time might be. 3 times you have been instructed. You cannot afford to miss even a single day. But what happens if you miss? Then the results are not going to be the same. His instructions are very clear. You have to have bath, then circumambulate. It's given very well. What is he saying? He told the Brahmin to go to the Bhima Amraja Sangam and plant it on the bank there. He should then take a bath and offer worship to it. He should have a second dip, and then again a second dip. And in that water, then fill his tumbler with water and water the planted Autumber wood. He should water it thrice every day. His instructions are clear. Thrice a day means thrice a day alone. It doesn't mean, oh, today I will water it only twice, tomorrow I will water it 4 times. No, doesn't work. Sorry, my Guruji will say, how about you don't have a bath for 3 days, then have bath for all 7 days on one day? Does that work? Or then the next, you'll not have your food for 7 days and eat all the 7 days of food for one day. No, is it that possible? No, you can't do like that. So the instruction is very clear. 3 times a day means 3 times a day alone. This is what my Guruji teaches. A simple thing. Today, if I don't go for my exercise, doesn't mean tomorrow I'm going to compensate for that. No. Every single day, doing in a clockwork precision manner and being disciplined is extremely important. The discipline aspect is very, very critical. By instructing this, what is Guru Nath also teaching this person? That to be disciplined, he has to follow certain regime. That regime is extremely important. And if you don't follow, you will fail. So that effort is extremely important. Someday you have to get up, you are going to have headaches, you are going to have body aches, you are going to have your leg pain, everything. Your mind, all the demons within you are not going to allow you to go and do that exercise, because it wants you to fail. It doesn't want you to rise above. So please remember, as you evolve higher and higher, the challenge becomes tougher and tougher. But when with your Guru's grace, you will be able to overcome everything. But you must strive hard. Put that extraordinary effort. That is what your Guru Nath is seeking from you. He's not asking for anything more than that. He wants to see how his student will fare in all those tests, in challenges that is put in front of him. Whether he's going to succumb to that and fail, or whether he's going to rise above all that and become the divine being, the empowerment, the God within you. All the power, shastras are within you. All the weapons lies within you, inside of you. Unravel that hidden potentials and realize that Devi the Devi within yourself. Become that Devi and let the world understand the Mahatmyam of you. How have you been able to empower? The Devi Mahatmyam talks about the greatness of this Devi who has empowered herself by fighting all the demons in her world. So these demons are not outside of us. Every single day I say the same lesson. I think you're bored by now. Oh God, she just talks the same thing. I don't know what else to say, because every chapter is telling the same thing. Why they say the same thing? At least once it'll hit you, and that one little effort, if it whatever is made makes a difference in your life, then it is worth it, isn't it? Likewise, my Guruji says, I don't stop teaching because I have to teach the same thing a zillion times. For 20 plus years, he's been teaching, and there is no change in what he's saying. He's saying the same lesson in different ways. Bhagavad Gita is also same thing, right? Lord Shri Krishna is giving the same teaching to Arjuna until 18 chapters in different ways. Only if Arjuna had listened right in the first chapter itself, then 18 chapters was not required. But this is the problem we have in our world. That is how we human beings are made. Especially using our mind, we destroy our own well-being. So Lord Shri Krishna had to go till about 18 chapters. So likewise here, Narsimha Saraswati and Shripad Sri Vallabh in this Guru Charitra have described in different anecdotes and leelas of theirs, giving the same lesson. There is no difference. Let me tell you, you take Bhagavad Gita, Uddhav Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Guru Charitra, Narad Bhakti Sutra, everything is talking about only one thing, Guru Seva and Guru Bhakti. There is nothing more than that. Seva to the divine Guru and Bhakti to the love and devotion unto the Lord Sri Hari. That is lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. That is all it is being told. Your Ishta, whoever is your Ishta. And you have to do your Swadharma and understand the higher purpose of this human birth, beyond which there is nothing to attain. So same thing, sometimes I'm only getting bored. What am I doing here? I'm saying the same stories every day. And I'm sure people listening to me are also getting bored, isn't it? But that doesn't stop me from doing our satsang. Why? Because it is important. Someday it will enter our being, then it will become one with our being, and then it will transform us. That is the hope we need to live with, and that is the faith we need to go about doing our job. And doing it in a consistent manner is where we fail. We lack the discipline because we don't want to do the same thing for over years. See, the simple task, doing the simple things is most difficult in a human being. That is what you don't understand. People cannot stick on to consistency. They are not consistent at all. The only way for succeeding in this world is being disciplined, consistently performing, and not bothering about the end result. You just have to keep working with that passion. Until you don't do that, you are not going to become successful. Please remember, there is no other path to success. Success, again, is a very relative term because success and failure depends on what success means to you. If you think success means having a name, fame, position, money, power, wealth, then it is different altogether. Success is something you strive every single day to excel. You become the better version of yourself. So in the material world, it is all about money, power, position, name, fame. That is what success means. The true success lies in becoming that empowered being within yourself and setting an example for the rest of the world to follow. You become the best version of yourself. This morning, my Guruji said something very beautiful. I will not let her, that's me, become like me, like him. Doesn't mean that not his qualities. Yeah, of course, I am embedded with his DNA and his qualities alone will be in me. But how he teaches what he does is very different from a role what I have to do. So he was telling that you have to become the best version of yourself. I will never ask you to become me. You have to be you and do what you have come on this planet Earth for. That is very important, and that is empowerment really. At the end of the day, he's the one who's working through everybody, please remember. But each one of us have a separate, a defined role to play. And that role we have to play to the highest of our ability. The best in that job. Like Lord Shri Krishna, he was the best, best friend, best father, best husband, best son, you name it. He's the highest of everything. That is what this one chapter which describes. I am the mind also, he says. I am this of this. In every aspect, he says, I am everything. I am the highest in everything. That is who he is. So you have to aspire to be that. But please remember, nobody can become Lord Shri Krishna. Lord Shri Krishna is Lord Shri Krishna. But we have to take the good qualities. We have to aspire to be him. He is a role model in our world. That is what it is. It means nobody can take his place. That is why he is who he is. So coming back, the most important thing is faith in the words of the Guru, implicit devotion and faith in the Guru's words. The Brahmin started on as per the above instructions with implicit faith. implicit devotion and faith in Guru's words. Some of the people told Guru Nath about the great faith with which the Brahmin had been watering the dead wood. Please remember, you might do 1 day, 2 day in the interest, believing, oh, I'm going to get cured. You know how it works, because there's ulterior motivation that I have to get cured of my disease, and Guru Nath has said, so that time you see some hope in your life. So you're going to go do that. But what happens? And then after a few days, you will be disillusioned. Oh, nothing is happening. There is no sprout coming in. We want immediate remedies. We want miracles. It doesn't work in real life like that. Please remember, it takes time. How sincere and truthful are you to that? How dedicatedly are you watering that dead wood? And which will sprout eventually. Do you have the faith? The Guru Nath is going to test to see you where you stand. Please remember, that is the power of his words. So you cannot fail him. And everybody's watching. He's watching you. He's seeing your dedication. He wants to see your Shraddha and Bhakti. He's testing your Shraddha and Bhakti. How much Shraddha and Bhakti you have. And when you have that, then magic does happen. But you need to have faith and patience also. Patience, because it doesn't happen overnight. In the world of the Lord, it takes a lot of time. Like my Krishna Guruji will say, in Hindi he will say this, Bhagwan ke ghar mein der hai, andher nahi. It happens very slowly at the God's own appointed timing, but there is no darkness over there. It definitely happens. And then second thing he says, in the भगवान के घर में चक्की पीसती है, बहुत फाइन पीसती है, and it takes time for the chakki means, in the olden times we used to grind the grains using the pestle. We have those hand, I don't know what it's called, like, yeah, it's a pestle we used to grind in the hand. So it grinds very finely, but to grind that you have to put a lot of effort to grind till it becomes fine powder. So what it means is, in the Lord's home, it takes time to grind very finely. So you have to have patience. So Shraddha and Saburi is extremely important, without which you cannot live in this world of spirituality. You can be disillusioned, you can feel, what is my life all about? Why am I living this life? On the contrary, please remember, you're living a most beautiful life. Please go out and just check out the life of other people, and then you'll be very grateful. At least God is with you. No calamity shall befall. He's protecting you ever. Who has this luxury? Tell me. Only some handful of people have this grace, and they're very lucky to be this. So be very grateful about your life. So why should we think, oh, my life is not worth living, I don't want to be living like this? No, on the contrary, you're living the most beautiful life. Everybody would want to live your life. That is the truth. People will want to cut their right hand and come and live your life, but they don't have it. You have it. So don't rue over things. Please have Shraddha and Saburi. Faith and patience are most important things in this planet Earth, especially on the path of spirituality. You need to have that at all times. Come what may happen, whatever kind of calamity befall, please remember, the hand of your Guru's benediction is on your head. No calamity can ever touch you. And even whatever the calamity is there, that is only 10% of the impact. Please remember, 90% of this is completely removed, cushioned by your Gurudev. He has taken out that 90% on himself. Be very grateful for this life, because nobody can get such a beautiful life to live with your Guru when he is very much there. We need to be extremely grateful and serve him and be very devoted to him. That is all the thing that matters. Today we might not understand the value of what we have, but remember, when that thing is gone away, and that time we'll keep thinking about it and ruining our life, that wish I could do this, wish I could have listened to my Gurudev, wish I could have done this. That is what you'll end up in, regrets. So don't regret. Live having that absolute faith and devotion and Shraddha and Saburi. Magic will happen. Just surrender. Don't worry what is going to happen, how things are going to happen, where the money is going to come. Why are you bothered? He's the Karta Dharta. Doesn't he know what you need? Of course he's going to give. So what makes you think, oh, I need this, somebody is worrying about this? No, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything will fall in place. when you have the Master with you, when you have the God Almighty with you, what will be ever less in the house of my devotees? That is what Lord Shri Krishna promises. So why are you doubting? Who is the doubting Thomas? When you bring the doubt, aren't you the doubting Thomas? Of course you are the doubting Thomas. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is the doubting Thomas. So please don't become the doubting Thomas. Have that. Become the devotee who doesn't doubt the Guru. You know you have absolute implicit faith in the words of your Guru and in your Guru, and just love him and serve him. Magic will happen. He is there to take care of everything. Just do what he is ordaining you to do. Following the instruction is extremely important. That is one of the most important lessons. And how do you follow the instruction? Which is with implicit faith and implicit devotion and absolute faith in the Guru. Some of the people told Guru Nath about the great faith with which the Brahmin had been watering the dead wood. It was over a month since the Brahmin had planted the wood and had started watering every day. They said that the people were making fun of the Brahmin, calling him mad and absolutely foolish to be watering a dead wood, believing it would grow and put forth leaves. The Brahmin had become a butt of ridicule in the town. See, the world is going to ridicule you because they think that you're watering some dead wood. According to them, you're a stupid person listening to some, madman. That is how they call the great gurus in this world. They think these people know too much and they call names to everybody else. And the world is going to ridicule you of your doubt and faith. But please remember, it is your Shraddha and Bhakti that the Guru, that words of the Guru, that wood will sprout. But it is your faith that will make it happen. But if you don't have the faith, what will happen? The plant would have gone dead and gone, no? The plant might be dead, but the words from my Guru, please plant it in 24 hours, keep it in water. The plant will be alive, will make it alive. It is just the power of his words that is more important. Not about the plant is dead or not. Even here, the dead wood might be a dead wood. Who is going to be the one who gives the life? The words of the Guru will make that wood alive. Bring the dead to life. That is the faith you need to have. The plant could have been dead. And it is not about mocking about it. It is about the words. Please keep it in the water. It will come back. 24 hours, the plant will be back to life. The power of Guru, the words of the Guru is so important. That is the truth that which is being told here. So, you are going to be made ridicule. The world is going to look at you and say, what a foolish person trusting in this madman. That is how they are going to talk. They are going to insult you and ridicule you. But you cannot leave your bhakti and shraddha in your Guru. You cannot go against him. And if you fall for what is happening around, which is nothing but Maya, that is the test to see whether you stand that faith or not. Whether you are going to be very religious about what your Guru has instructed or not. He is going to test you to see where you stand. And so this world will work accordingly. Born of their own nature. They are going to talk all sorts of nonsense. But your faith in your Guru and the God is what is going to make you become that beautiful divine being. And when you are able to overcome whatever the insult, the praises, the ignominy that happens, then you will become a beautiful spiritual being. Then only God will reveal himself to you. And then the faith of the Guru's grace will transform where the wood will start sprouting. But before that, you have to go through those tests. And if you don't go through tests, then how will you understand the truth about the lesson that is being taught to you? Every knowledge imparted, you need to have an experience about what that knowledge means. Till you don't understand how to have that absolute faith or implicit devotion, how are you going to understand the faith in the Guru? Then you will never. So these tests are going to come. The universe will work itself. The Guru himself will not do anything. Please remember, he is not going to do anything, but the universe around him is going to work so that it can test you. It can see what kind of bhakti you have. So all this is a part of spiritual progress. Here we are talking about an ordinary being. But imagine a devotee himself. Of course, you will have to go through all of this. That is the reason why we are being shared. The Leelas have been written down so that we understand the Adhyatmic truth, the spiritual lesson, the essence. The essence is what we have been given, and we need to take that lesson, the sattva, and imbibe and become that knowledge ourselves, so that when you have been put to test, you are able to apply that knowledge which is being imparted to you. So coming back, some of the people told Guru Nath, okay, we finished this. They said that the people were making fun of the Brahmin, calling him mad and absolutely foolish to be watering a dead wood, believing it would grow and put forth leaves. The Brahmin had become a butt of ridicule in the town. Listening to them, Guru Nath told them that there was nothing that faith could not achieve. He narrated the story of the forest man, Shabari, which had been narrated by Sutta Muni to rishis to illustrate the power of the faith. So let us understand, let us learn what this story is all about. Once upon a time, there was a king named Simhaketu, who was the ruler of Panchal Nagar. He had a son named Dhananjaya. Once, the prince went to the forest for hunting. He had one of the forest men, Shabari, as his guard during the hunt. The prince was very tired and stopped for rest at a place. Meanwhile, the forest man, wandering around, sighted an attractive stone. He picked it up and brought it and showed it to the prince. The prince told him that it was a Shivalinga and explained to him about Shivalinga Mahima. He advised the Shabari that since the Shabari, had found it, he should take it home and start worshipping it. He also told him how to do the worship. Bilva leaves are dear to Shiva. Just yesterday, we did Mahashivratri celebrations. Bilva leaves are very auspicious to Lord Shiva. He loves that. So you need to offer to him and worship him with Bilva leaves. Bilva leaves are dear to Shiva. You should therefore worship it with Bilva leaves and flowers. Incense is to be burnt, oil lamp lighted, and Chitta Bhasma, that is ashes, to be offered to Shivalinga. As Chitta Bhasma is most dear to the Lord, Chitta Bhasma, see today you can't go to a graveyard and get the Bhasma of the burnt body, the dead bodies. Chitta Bhasma is today you can use the Vibhuti, the sacred ash, which is available in the stores. You can buy that and offer it. The Shabari took the prince's instructions as Guru Upadesha. That is very, very profound. And he and his wife started following it with intense faith. I'm going to reread this, okay? The Shabari took the prince's instructions as Guru Upadesha, and he and his wife started following it with intense faith. One day, they could not find Chitta Bhasma for their worship. The Shabari told his wife that as they could not let the Shivalinga go without Chitta Bhasma, he would burn his body, and she should make the offering of that Chitta Bhasma to the Lord and complete the worship. His wife, however, offered to burn herself instead. Shabari said that she was too young and had hardly seen life, and as she should not end her life when he was there. But his wife was not convinced and said that life was anyway like a bubble and age should be of no real consideration. If the Chitta Bhasma of her body could serve as an offering to the Lord, what greater opportunity could ever be for this human birth? You know how beautiful this is. See, the way you offer the worship, it has to be in a very particular manner, in a prescribed manner. Today we are all into shortcut methods. We have time to eat, sleep, drink, waste time in so many things. But when it's coming to God, offering the prayer or doing the prayer in a certain manner, bringing the right flowers, doing all of this, we always want to use a shortcut method. We'll say, okay, leave it. Today I don't want to do prayer. Why? Because my office calls didn't get over. We will conveniently, say, okay, today just agarbatti laga de. That is what we are doing today. You can't do that. What does this mean? This is called bhakti. This is called discipline. This is called devotion and faith. We need to do that. We all have to practice, especially those who are on the path of spirituality and have a real master. You must ordain, you must practice, and this is a very, very important way to evolve on the path of spirituality. Last two chapters, we learnt about why you have to follow certain instructions, certain vidhis, certain methods of worship. The only form of worship is to the Guru and the gods, and the shrine has to be worshipped every day. And that is how you can evolve on the path of spirituality. You have to say the prayers, you have to offer the incense sticks, light the lamp of, the camphor. You have to do everything. This is part of our daily discipline, spiritual discipline, and there is no shortcut here. You cannot apply any shortcut here. But we human beings have all the time to, we want to fill our bellies. But when it's coming to offering to God, we'll always want to take shortcut method. My Guruji has also said a very interesting thing. When we go buy flowers, we will argue with that person. No, this is only so much. This is so expensive. Or I can't afford. I will buy less. But you have the money to go buy a 10,000 rupees of sari, jewelry, and you name it. But for God, you want to cut corners. 500 rupees of flowers you are incapable of offering. And I've heard people also say this. Oh, only if God gives can we buy. No, where is the money? Oh, so you're cutting corners for God. God has at least given you a beautiful life. He blesses you, but you want to cut corners to offer something to God? See how your petty mind works. You have all the money in the world to go buy everything for yourself, for satisfying your sensual desires. But when it comes to God, no, God is not first. No, everything else takes the priority. Everything else, God takes a back seat. Everything else takes a priority in your life. Where is bhakti? Then you are not spiritual. Don't even talk about it. You can please be like an ordinary human being. So don't talk about spirituality at all. And please remember, the word spiritual is most abused. Everybody today says, oh, I am devoted, I am spiritual. Nonsense they talk. S of spiritual also they don't know. Like my Guruji say, S of spiritual bhi nahi hai kisi mein. That means nobody has S of spiritual in them. That is what he says, which is the truth. We all want to give in to shortcut. We are only interested in filling our bellies. I want nice saris, I want good clothes, I want to take care of my family, I don't know where the money is going to come. Our mind is in that. Where is it in God? And can you bring the best thing for God? No. Anything to do for God, we have to always put it as a backseat. That is the last priority in life. First, God, what is that you can give me? That is what people come with, begging bowl, big begging bowl. Why are you interested in coming to meeting the Guru or anybody? So that your petty desires can be fulfilled. Are you coming because you love him? No, because you want something to him. You understand the truth. If we offer to the Guru, we will get our karma redeemed. So you have an intent, a motivated action. You don't offer anything to the Guru because of your selfish desires or motivation. You have to offer to him because only of your bhakti and love. That you love him so much that you are willing to give away everything. Like here, the bhakti is what is mentioned. She wants to burn herself. Both husband and wife are wanting to burn themselves so that the bhasma, chitta bhasma can be offered to Lord Shivji. That is the devotion you need to have. Not saying, oh, I will first eat, fill my belly, then only I will offer it to God. No, sir. No spirituality. God though will not even exist in you. Whatever you are going to get is based on your karma alone. Why will God come to you? Tell me, when you are such a selfish human being, you think God will reveal himself to you? Never. Not in this life or not in any life. Take it from me in writing. God doesn't come to stupid people like you. So this is the bhakti you need to have. What kind of bhakti? That I am willing to burn myself for the divine Lord. Willing to do anything for him. Take on the world's pain, everything. I am willing to do whatever that it takes for me to attain him. That is love. That is called true devotion. The power of devotion, the faith and devotion you cannot understand. Why is this anecdote being given? Why are we? Guru Nath is teaching us this beautiful leelas, this true loving stories, so that we understand the essence of the truth, how to be a Guru Bhakt, how to be the best disciple and the devotee on this planet earth. When you have the real master, God himself as your Guru, very, very, very few people get this privilege, and don't destroy that privilege when you have it. And that goes for everybody, me and everybody else, those who have the great master in their world. Don't use your mind and arrogance. You know what my Guruji taught this morning? I didn't complete the story. He taught me that forgiving is godliness. You have to forgive. A mother, I didn't complete the story when I was telling earlier why a guru is greater. He's greater than anybody else, any mother and father on this planet Earth, because he can forgive his child. He can forgive his child's 1,000 misdemeanors or how many ever misdemeanors, and he will still accept them because he knows that they are ignorant beings. This is the greatness of a mother. So he asked me, can you be that mother? Yes, all the children are making mistakes. Can you forgive them? N number of times. I said, I might not be there yet, but I will be. The thing is, you have to make that effort. To being godly means you have to be able to forgive. That is why forgiveness equals to godliness. Do we have that in us? No. We hold that vengeance, revenge, whatever you want to call it. We are holding that grudge. For many years, we don't let go things. How do you let go? When you understand the truth. Truth is this, that human beings are ignorant beings. They are fallible in nature. My Guruji will always say this. I know that none of these people will stand. They are fallible because they are all given into their nature. So it is for me to forgive them. I have to keep forgiving. I have no choices there. How beautiful is that? So can anybody replace him, this Guru Ma? There is nobody. So he was teaching me, you need to become that mother. He said, you have to forgive. Forgiveness is one of the most important quality which we need to practice on the path of spirituality, because forgiveness is godliness. We have to forgive people's misdemeanors. They are going to make mistakes, n number of mistakes. And it is for us, those who have the knowledge of this truth should forgive them. And when you forgive, and you're not going to be attached to any karma, you're just going to be detached from everybody. See, people are going to come, say things, do many things. But my Guruji will never correct anybody. But you need to be grateful if he corrects you, because then you're blessed. When the Gurus point your mistakes, then you're blessed, because he cares about your spiritual well-being. When he gives you 2 tight slaps and beats the pulp of you, you must be completely blessed. There is something greater good in life that you have done, because of which you are getting that beating from your Gurudev, not literal beatings. Beatings means where he's destroying your ego, arrogance, and he's ensuring that you evolve on the path of spirituality. That is a boon in itself. So, the bhakti of how do you offer to the Divine Lord Almighty. So, don't go and argue and buy peda, 1 kilo of peda, cheap flowers. Never do that. Give the best to the God. Bring the best of the best flowers that is available and serve him. Wear yourself out to make the best food, that is Naivedya, to do whatever it takes. We have to serve. Yesterday it was very strange. I have an issue with my hand, my finger, and another disciple is having some issue. We were all there. But why these things happen? One is, it is about a spiritual purification. It's a process. You're evolving on the path of spirituality, and all these pains will be existing. But are you going to say it's paining, hurting and stop doing, or are you going to continue to do? That is the test that comes. It's going to hurt. I can't, wear my bangle. Every morning it hurts. But yeah, I have to learn to live with it. Just someday it will vanish. Let me tell you. It is all there because all these are obstacles. It's a human nature. Oh, I am hurt. I can't work now. And then it's very convenient to not do anything. Give reasons and sit. So these things are going to be put in your life to see where you stand. Spirituality is, no matter what pain, you are not here to bother about the pains in the body. Because please remember, body is just a vehicle. You are not that body. That is the truth you need to first understand. So these pains are going to come. Who are they? They are all the demons within yourself. So you have to use your shastras, the weapons which gods have given you. You are the Devi, so fight and overcome. Then don't tell, my Guruji will say, I'm sorry, he doesn't say, I say yellow chicken. Then we'll all become the yellow chicken in life. And then what? Remain a yellow chicken alone. Then you cannot become the Devi Mahatmyam. So world, you can't become the Devi. So rise and become the Devi. Seek the grace. Actually, it's very beautiful. It's very sweet being on the path of spiritual. Every day itself madness, It's so exciting. It's like you're watching that, 70 big screen movie every single day. It's like you're sitting on the edge. There is always a thrill to it in life. Otherwise, what use is this life? Isn't it? So, but his wife was not convinced and said that life was anyway like a bubble. See, she understands the truth. And age should be of no real consideration. If the chitta bhasma of a body could serve as an offering to the Lord, what greater opportunity could ever be for this human birth? How sweet, absolutely. If this body is not wearing itself out in the service of the Guru and the God, then there is no use. And this universe, the only purpose of this body is to serve. And if you don't serve, then you don't achieve any purpose. Then you all have to live like the material worldly dirty life. Life filled with mire and gutter life. That's exactly what you will be living in. So what great opportunity could ever be for this human birth? Seeing her determination, and as the time for the worship was passing away, Shabari had to consent and let her burn herself. She went into the hut and he set fire to it from outside. Can you believe? This is called bhakti, the power of devotion. Can you have such kind of devotion? Both husband and wife, okay? See, the reason for marriage, actually Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has very beautifully said, both husband and wife should be an instrumental to each other's spiritual growth, spiritual wheel alone, not for some crass material worldly purposes. And if you get into that, then please, you are like any other ordinary human being. And here is an example how they both were devoted and supporting each other on the path of spirituality. This is the truth. Why do you think this is being taught? So that it's just like a fun time listening to the satsang? No. How to live even if you get married? What kind of bhakti? How should each one support your individual development on the path of spiritual and in the material world? That is what is being taught here. She went into the hut and he set fire it from outside. He took the chitta bhasma in his hands and was preparing to do the offering as per his habit, obsessed with the worship and forgetting for the moment that his wife was no more. Can you believe? This is madness. This is bhakti. This kind of devotion does anybody have today? No, they will burn the God. They will burn the Guru for satisfy their own purposes. That is the world we are into today. He called out to his wife by name, asking her to join him in making the Chitta Bhasma offering. Shiva was very much moved with devotion, the spirit of sacrifice, and their matchless faith in him. He gave back the woman her life. So in answer to the call of her husband, who had called her forgetfully, she rushed out to join him in offering. This is bhakti. The only thing she remembered was that when the hut was set on fire, she felt overwhelmed by sleep and was not aware of anything. She heard the call of her husband, which, so to say, woke up from her sleep, and she was rushed to him. Lord Shiva appeared before them and blessed them. This is the power of true devotion to the God. Guru Nath very much appreciated the Brahmin's faith in Guru Nath's words and the implicit manner in which he was following them. Thereafter, Sri Narasimha Saraswati set out towards Sangam for his daily routine and rituals. On the way, the Brahmin saw him and offered his obeisance to him. Guru Nath sprinkled water from his kamandalu on the Audambar wood, which the Brahmin was offered watering daily. No sooner had Guru Nath sprinkled water than new leaves sprouted out from the wood, and the dead wood changed into life. Healthy growing tree. The Brahmin's body too became clean and rid of the disease. The Brahmins fell at the feet of the Guru Nath, pouring out his gratitude and singing praises of him. O Lord, my beloved Guru Nath, how much you love your devotees. Seated under the Ashwatha tree, you are only waiting to welcome your bhaktas and to serve your blessings on them and to shower your blessings on them. You so greedily grant them all the boons and give them all happinesses. Your effulgence and luster outshine the light of crores of moons. Thou, the son of Atri and Anusuya, and who named you as Datta. How beautiful you are, how charming you look with the garlands hanging down on your body. Just as an Ankush alone can control and tame the wild elephants, so also devotion to your feet and your grace alone can control the wayward minds of men being chased wildly by the Shadripus, the 6 inner enemies. How beautiful is that? This is called Guru Bhakti, and every word here, please embed in your heart. It is not just sitting and listening to satsang. How much of application, how much does this mean to you? You know what? Once the satsang is over, we'll close this book, we'll close the scripture, put it back in our bookshelf, and be lost in our material world. So what happens? We are gone away. Oh, what is going to happen to this? I am suffering. I don't have money. I need this. I need that. I don't know what to do. Then we are lost in that. Where is the implicit faith and devotion in the Guru? It's gone out of the window. And you'll tell, small things, will go and complain. Like my Guruji will tell, yeah, you'll come and complain your hand is hurting. How does it matter? It is just a body. You have to be able to overcome everything by being divine. And we go complain all the petty stuff to him. We are the yellow chicken. We need to first prove to being this divine being. Then let us talk, not before that. And we shouldn't even claim that we are, disciples of great Krishna Guruji. Guruji is great. You become first a great disciple, then you talk about it. That goes for everybody, including me. I bow down to you, my beloved Guru Nath, oh, the master of the 5 elements, oh, Shree Vallabhesh Nayak, oh, the lotus-eyed, the lotus feet are my soul, thy lotus feet are my sole refuge. Pray, never forsake me. The Brahmin offered elaborate worship to Guru Nath. He performed Samardhana. Shri Guru Nath was very much pleased with the Brahmin's intense devotion. He named him Yogesh. He taught him the Vidya Saraswati Mantra. He asked the Brahmin to go to his house and to bring his wife and children to live at Gangapur. The Brahmin did accordingly and thereafter constantly stayed with Guru Nath, serving him most devotedly. Do you see here? What does he say? He brings his wife and children also to Gangapur and lives with the Guru, serving him devotedly. That is called the highest Guru Bhakti in life, while performing all the duties. And here the Guru himself will put the wife and the child on the path of spiritual so that they all evolve as a spiritual being and not get lost in the material world. This is the true Guru Bhakti, and each one of us should live this, not otherwise. And glorify your Gurudev and not make him suffer for your karmas. With that, today thus ends the 40th chapter of Shri Guru Charitra. Glory to the all-merciful, the omnipresent and the ever-responsive Guru Nath. Thank you for joining Shri Guru Charitra Satsang. Wishing you all a very happy Friday and a weekend ahead. See you all on a Monday morning. If there is any change, I will let you know. Om Shri Mahaganapate Namaha, Om Shri Gurudev Datta, Om Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Digambara Digambara Shripad Vallabha Digambara. Om Shri Krishna Guru Nath Nathaya Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Devi Durgaya Namaha. Om Shri Krishna Arpanam Namastu. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.